Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. So with your foot on that brake pedal, I'm going to pull it back into drive, and we're just going to hold tight right here until they give us the go-ahead.
Okay.
How's the other cars been for you?
Excellent.
Yeah? What's been your favorite so far? Yeah, this thing's insane.
I came for this.
Did ya? I love it. This thing's absolutely insane.
I came because my niece, she's turning 21. She's driving that car.
Oh, very
So
cool.
I've done this before.
Okay.
So I said, let's go down South Florida.
Let's go do it. I love it.
Give her the experience, you know?
Exactly. All right, so we're probably going to pull out right behind that guy, but let's wait for our signal. Okay, nope, we're going to pull out behind the Ferrari.
Okay.
All right, so as soon as that Ferrari gets moving, we'll pull up right behind him. There you go. Head on up behind the Ferrari. Just like that.
It's a nice car.
It's unbelievable. So Porsche, I mean, they knocked it out of the park with this car. It's a proper race car that's street legal. So you won't be able to recline it. The seats are fixed.
Yeah, because my helmet hits in the back.
Yeah, mine does the same. Once you get out there, you don't think about it. But sitting here, when you want to relax, it kind of keeps your head forward a little bit.
Yeah. I guess he helps on the turns.
Huh?
He helps on the turns.
Yeah. Yep. And then, I mean, honestly, the big thing too is, so it's keeping your head up and mobile, but utilize that, keep your head on a swivel, be looking out, your window, my window, the windshield, I want you looking through all of it so you know what to anticipate, you know what's coming, right? That's the goal.
Yes.
And obviously, you've already been around, so you're familiar, but I'm just going to tell you my hand signals just in case they're different. Yep. Yellow cones are lift, red cones are brake, stand on those brakes till I say release. I'll tell you to release. Right about that point, we'll hit the orange turn-in cones, turn in, aim for the green. After the green cone, I'll say, okay, now we can pick up the throttle. This means we can go faster, doesn't mean we have to, okay? And this doesn't mean go full throttle right away. This means keep, leaning into it, and if we're on a straightaway, don't be afraid to go full throttle, but don't just slam it right to it, Other than that, man, we should have a good time, right?
There were 2 turns when I did the last ride.
Okay.
That I felt like the instructor was telling me in the middle of the turn to give it some gas. You think that's correct?
Possibly.
And I mean just a little bit.
Yeah, and so that's just it. So as an instructor, we have a feeling, we can feel what the car is doing and what it's capable of, and we know what it's capable of. So sometimes if you're running along pretty good and they want you to give it just a little bit more speed because, you may have just overslowed. I mean, but I'm talking a mile an hour or 2 more, So then they'll say, okay, now you can start to pick up that throttle. And that's all it is. It's just, coaching you up a little bit more.
Makes sense. It was for my own knowledge.
Yeah.
Because on the turns, obviously, you could hit the gas, but
yeah,
you want to coast right through it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The idea is when you're turning in, you basically shouldn't be on any pedal at that point.
Correct. Correct.
You turn in, you aren't on any pedal, you're transferring over to the throttle, and as soon as you get past that green cone and you start to open those hands up, then you start to squeeze that throttle on. That's kind of how that should flow together, right? So brakes, release the brakes right as you're turning in, and as soon as you turn in, you get to that green apex cone, you start to straighten those hands out, then you can start to squeeze that throttle on.
Gotcha.
Yep. We'll have a good time, for sure.
This thing's beautiful.
Yep. And we're in the Weissack edition too, so it's the track edition.
We're gonna find out in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now we'll have fun. I'll let you have fun as long as you're listening to me.
Does it always feel when you take off like it's holding back?
A little bit,
just the way it is?
Yeah, so it's waiting for that clutch to engage.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't have to shift or anything. It's fully automatic.
Just drive as normal.
Okay.
All right.
You want me to leave some distance?
Yeah. So we're gonna start giving a pretty decent gap here. Yeah. So we've got a couple cars up here, so we'll just start falling back, and then because they're all gonna do the same now. They're all gonna start checking up.
That's crazy. It's in second gear.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's in a drive mode, but as soon as you get going, it'll switch kind of back over to the race mode.
You tell me if you want more.
Yeah, we'll give it a little bit more once we get out there. They're still rolling, so we'll just keep rolling, but once they start to take off, we'll hold back just a little bit. You're doing great, though.
Okay. And if I go too fast for you, just let me know.
Yeah, for sure. I got you, man. We'll have fun. Hopefully hopefully, if we're doing it all right, you shouldn't even scare me. We can go as
Exactly.
fast as the car is almost capable, but you wouldn't, you basically wouldn't scare me at that point, as long as you're doing what I say, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's go ahead. Now we can start to pick up that throttle. So remember, we're gonna kind of aim up towards that orange cone. We'll keep going all the way to the red. The red's obviously where we're gonna be braking, right? So we'll be on those brakes, waiting for that turn in. Stay nice and wide. Good. Now turn it in. Beautiful. Keeping those eyes ahead, and then after this green cone, good. Over to the left-hand side. Beautiful, just like that. And then getting those eyes. Remember, start looking all the way around. You're doing fantastic. You know the drill. And now we start to squeeze that throttle on. Here we go. Picking that throttle up. Remember, we're going to head all the way down to those yellow cones on your side of the track. Here we go. Squeeze that throttle on. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Awesome. Lift and brakes. Good. Nicely done. Stand on those brakes. First stay to your side. And release those brakes. Turn in. Beautiful. All the way down to the green cone. And now we start to open those hands up. Squeeze that throttle on. Perfect. And around to the right again, just like that. And back on that throttle. Here we go. Squeeze that throttle on. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the way down to the yellow cone. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Good. Lift and brakes. Good. Nice hard brakes. Stay on those brakes. Where's that real sharp left hand? So push those brakes a little bit more. There you go. Good. Now release. Turn in. So the only difference there is I want you to go to that hard pedal right at the beginning, okay? Other than that, you're doing great.
Brake harder.
Initially. Yep, exactly. Now start to release those brakes. Good. Now turn in. See how that does that? Perfect. Back on that throttle just a little bit. And 3, 2, 1. Brakes. Good. Now start to release. Beautiful. Turn in. That's perfect. See how that kind of works? As soon as you release, you're turning in. Good. A little bit of brakes here. Release. Turn in. Eyes looking through. Remember, we got that quick left coming up now. And then we're going to get those eyes down that straightaway. Here we go. Look for those yellow cones all the way down at the end of the straightaway. Here we go. Release those brakes. Turn in. Back on throttle. Here we go. All the way down to the red cones. Keep going here. Keep going. And brushing those brakes. Nice. Go ahead. Release. Turn in. And start to squeeze that throttle back on. Here we go. Start to squeeze it on over to my side. Aim for those orange cones. Beautiful. And brakes. Good. Turn it in. Awesome. Staying to the left-hand side here. Beautiful. Get those eyes around now to the right. Here we go. We're looking for those 2 green cones. After this one, we can start to squeeze that throttle just like that. There we go. Going here. All the way down to the yellow. Like that. Now start to ease out of them. Good. And now we can release. Turn in. Perfect. And back on throttle. Try and keep those thumbs right there at 9 and 3. Slide them down a little bit more. Perfect. Just like that. Leave them there. That should feel really natural once we're up to speed. There we go. Keep going here. Now start to slowly release. Awesome. That is fantastic. And full release. Turn in. Good. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and fall back just so we can get a good run down the straightaway. And 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Release. Turn in. All right. So go ahead and catch up to him. He's going to give us a pass by. So let's see where he wants it done, okay? So we'll just stay nice and close, and then they'll point us by where they want it to happen, okay? You're doing great. Keep going here, keep going. They're probably going to do it right before the main straightaway. If I had to guess, they're going to stay on the inside, okay, and we're going to go to the outside, but wait for it. Okay, so we're going to go to the inside, actually. There we go, go for it. Yep. Pushed you a little bit deeper there because I trusted your braking, so you're doing fantastic. Stay over to my side and brakes. No, you're doing a great job. Nicely done. Over to the left-hand side. Back on that throttle just a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to push you a little bit harder this time, all right? Here we go. And back to those brakes. Good. Release. Turn in. Good. Take a deep breath. Even though we're going faster, we're still going to hit all of our points. Nicely done. Round to the right. Good, all the way down, and now start to pick that throttle up. Here we go. Good, keep going, keep going, keep going. All the way down to the pedal. Here we go. Start to slowly release, but not all the way. Now out of the brakes, turn in, wait for it, nice and patient. Now squeeze that throttle all the way to that orange cone. Good, kind of turn in, now back on that throttle. Here we go, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There it is, all the way, all the way. All the way down to the low cone. Good, lift and brakes, nice and done. And slow, yep, good. Now release, turn in, good, eyes forward, I love it. I love that awareness. Nice and done. Back on that throttle. Squeeze that throttle. Carry that speed. Carry the speed. Good. Back on that throttle now. Perfect. And brakes. Nicely done. All right, we're gonna head into the pits this time. Right through those blue cones. There you go. Very nicely done. How'd you feel?
Oh,